remember my 6th grade teacher said, when you grow up, you're going to be a teacher. School was so boring sometimes, and I just felt like there's no way I'm going to ruin these children's lives by being a boring teacher. I think we think of schooling as the great equalizer, but I was in a school where I saw many people who, for whatever reason, couldn't excel. So that opened my eyes to just perceive schooling in a different way. I grew up in a rougher neighborhood in Toronto's east end of Scarborough. Post-secondary education was very foreign to my family. We didn't have the finances for it. I remember even applying for universities, you have to pay that application fee. I remember not being able to pay that fee, and I had a teacher who paid it on her credit card. Every setback provides a chance for you to overcome, and that's how I like to think about my upbringing. That's how I like to think about where I come from, and I'm actually grateful for it. So I went from being in high school saying I never want to teach. There was a shift that happened there, and it was the realization that I didn't have to teach in the same ways and methods that were used when I was a student. When I started my PhD, I remember saying I want to do a project on the schooling for youth who are in the justice system. Many people would say, who really cares about youth in the justice system? Why spend resources on those people? But for me, it was all about my faith, and it was all about seeing people in the image of God, seeing that there is inherent worth in everybody, and we all deserve second chances. Crandall has this mission where we are to transform lives through a quality Christian education. And so for me, my students are a mission field where I get to share the gospel with them, I get to pray with them, and for those who just want nothing to do with Christianity, I get to be a light through the way that I live my life. When I knew God was calling me to Crandall, my prayer was that He would provide one solid friend and mentors. Not having any family here, church family would be huge, and He answered that prayer. My first year here, I saw a student who was just sitting on the bench outside of this classroom. And I went over to that student and I asked, "How are you?" She opened up about a lot of heavy things that were going on. And my instinct, the only thing I knew to do was to pray. And I remember praying with her. I could tell that she really appreciated it. And I walked away from that moment just thinking, okay, this is why I'm here, because I don't know if I'd be able to do that anywhere else. And I feel like at Crandall, I can be true to who I am. All of those setbacks that I faced in life, they weren't for nothing. They weren't in vain. There's purpose in it. And now being able to use that to encourage others it's just life-giving. That vision at the beginning, that someone had a vision. You know, they couldn't see all the way down the line, but they just had a heart and passion for Christian education. And now I'm here, and I just want to be faithful to the call.